Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Football Chat YouTube channel, where today we will be discussing the new UEFA Champions League format introduced by UEFA themselves. So, we're back with Mr. Jazza11. Jack, as always, welcome back to my show where I bring the brains and the talent and the funniness, and you bring the studio.
I make up the numbers.
You make up the numbers. That's even worse. Alright, yeah. But yeah, as I said, welcome back to the Football Chat channel. It could be a long one today. And also, I don't know, just a quick thing to note, Jack is fully educated on this this format. I don't know that much about I don't know that much about the UEFA Champions League format or the new one that they're beginning to introduce. So, obviously, by introduce I don't mean we're playing it certified yet. But well, it looks once again
it's been confirmed now, but
but a bit like the Super League, it's quite likely to happen. So you know, it's quite big news in football in general. So yeah, we should probably hop straight into it. But please, just before we do, make sure to subscribe. We hit literally a couple of days ago, depending when this comes out, we hit 100 subscribers, which is sick. Big up to all of you lot subscribed.
Come on.
It did actually happen when I was live on my YouTube channel, and you know it was scenes, and it was a great stream on that channel, and it's been very sick. We've hit 100 subs on this YouTube channel now, and we can't wait to get going and produce more content when, you know, obviously all the COVID restrictions do begin to lift. We promise that we will be delivering TFC lives day in day, maybe not day in day, TFC lives. We're going to have, you know, shows a lot more. We're going to be uploading and bringing content a lot more than we have this lockdown. But yeah, please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell. And Mr. Jazzer11, would you like to introduce us to the world of the new Champions League format?
New Champions League format. So, obviously, I take it you know the Champions League format now?
Yeah.
Do you know, Mr. Gio?
Never, never heard of. What's the Champions League? Yeah. I'm aware of the current one, and I assume most of you as well.
And the 32 teams that are in it. Well, UEFA took those 32 teams and thought, what can we do to make this not make any sense? Well, we'll turn it to 36 teams.
Ah, great start from the lads. So that's more teams. Higher chance of teams getting into it. So
yes,
I mean, that's how more teams work.
Also, I mean, it doesn't work with the group stages. So they've got rid of group stages. Just one big league.
So
now.
they were like, all right, we've added 4, but what can we do now? We can't do the. Well, we got to just chuck it again. We've got to chuck it out. We've got to have them 4 teams. It's you know, live or die. You have to. It has to happen.
Like there being nothing wrong with the current format, let's completely change it.
Who actually thought? Like, who's been complaining about this format? Who went out and said this format that we've currently got?
Perez.
Oh, Florentino Perez. I mean, oh well, okay then.
Spamming.
Okay.
You wait for the comment section to change the format. So they have to.
Yeah, they've been tormenting. It's been tormenting them. But yeah, yeah, interesting choice from the first place. I mean, this all started from the Champions League format that was going to get introduced, and then the European Super League. They were like, let's do this.
Now that.
Yep, and obviously that at the moment is gone. But there is obviously, you know, it's still there is.
It looks like Real still want to try and do it, obviously, because Florentino Perez, Mr. Moneybags himself, wants even more money.
Yeah, it's like so, it's very much dead, but there's a slight spark in it. But you know, let's hope that doesn't amount to anything.
It goes.
Yeah.
But I don't see it happening now.
But yeah, back to the Champions League in this format. Yeah, we now know, as you said, Perez is the one that's been pushing for this. But yeah, so what does this actual thing include? So we know there's 36 teams, and they've been to the group stage.
Yeah. They'll increase it to 4, and that means that they're now just going to do a big league at the start. So they've got rid of the group stage.
It's the Champions League.
Yeah, 36 team league.
Maybe this is why. Maybe this is why they want to do a league, because it's in the name.
Every team just plays 10 random fixtures from this 36 team list.
Wait, what? How does that make? So what? So a team could get really lucky and get like some really small clubs, or not small. Well, they're not obviously they're not going to be small because they're in the Champions League, but you know, clubs
it doesn't seem to be spotted at the moment. So there's no, oh, well, you're going to have
I
three
guess
teams from
I guess the luck of the draw has always been there with the
this spot.
groups, but it is just seems rather strange. They just go, so you're gonna have 10 teams here. And you might end up playing them 10 teams, and it might be Real Madrid, Barca. It might be like the biggest clubs, you know, PSG, or it might be Porto, and you know, teams like that, or even like I don't know, Olympiacos. So it does, yeah. I mean, the luck of the draw remains, I guess. But so what happens after these 10 games?
Yeah. So then you get a whole. It then goes into the knockout stage. Hang on, let me get it up here. So the top 8 teams will automatically advance to the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
So that top 8 are through. Then 9th to 24th will enter the playoff round, meaning they will face a team placed 17th to 24th. Sorry, 9th to 16th will face a team placed 17th to 24th.
Okay.
In the standard like home leg advantage.
It's just so much more complicated. It's just so much more complicated than doing a group stage, and then it's just too many numbers.
So, the teams that finish 25th or lower will now just be eliminated. No Europa League.
Oh, okay. Well, some would say that's a good thing. Some would say that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
It's odd. Yeah, I think that's the way to describe this. I mean, that it's in itself is quite different. Because obviously that would be the kind of like thing to hold on to.
Yeah.
You know, we have been moved down from the Champions League, but we're in the Europa League. Now let's do well in that. But no, you're gone. That's your chance in the bin. You know, there's no second hope for you. That is you finished for the season.
Yeah, I don't think there was any need to change the system, especially with them bringing in the conference this year, which I'm sure we'll get onto soon.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with UEFA and just, you know, football in general.
Yeah, they're all trying to change the European football.
And there was just no issue with it in the first place. No one was really calling for it.
I do like the conference though, so we'll go on to that soon.
Yeah.
So, and the 8 clubs who went through at the start will then face the winners of those weird little games that will be played in between.
Yeah.
That are like 9th to 16th against 17th to 24th. And so that obviously they'll all face off, and then they'll play the top 8, and then that creates your round of 16, then quarters, semis, final.
Okay, so it's pretty normal from there. It's just that starting point, which will probably take. I mean, that's where most of the games are coming from. That league.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. What they're doing is they're just adding in a load of more games, so there's more
teams,
games being played, more TV license money.
It's money,
more revenue, and all that. So that's
it's
why
all about the money. Once again, I mean, surprise, surprise, it all comes back to money. Yeah. The dictator of football, as we've now determined. So it's kind of like. I mean, it's not as bad as the European Super League. It's much better than something like, you know, that's going to totally change football. But
dodgy,
it is a bit,
with like the 4 additional spots being added.
It's just a bit weird. Like, what leagues are going to have that extra spot? Is it going to be Premier League top 5 now, or is it going to be?
So, the 4 additional slots. Slot 1 is awarded to a club from the country placed 5th in UEFA.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
He's gone. He went for a second. He's back! Mr. Jasmine, welcome back to the call. Yep, the Wi-Fi said goodbye.
Lance is gone. Sorry.
Go, carry on. Yeah, carry on.
So, slot 1 will be awarded to a club from the country placed 5th in UEFA's National Association coefficient rankings. GM face.
I mean, that's brilliant. Yeah, indeed. It's once again though, it's just making things just rather complicated. Like,
it's long worded, but this is basically going to be the 5th highest domestic league. So at the moment, that's Ligue 1, so they'll get another place. So this one's decent. This gives a place to one of the whoever is like that 5th spot. It gives them another place.
Yeah, so I guess that it's right. It's a bit more complicated than a Champions League. You know, just adding these 4 clubs is going to make it more complicated. But it does sound like a good rule. It does sound like something that actually makes sense.
Working out who's going in, it's like, well, hang on, what's their coefficient and stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, and the coefficient's based on like
what's their taxes? Did he pay? He's like,
how you've done the last 5 Champions League and Europa Leagues. So
Yeah.
you could win the Europa League and then get to the Champions League because of your coefficient in like 5 years later. So
Yeah. I think
bit mad.
it does sound like a pretty decent thing to introduce that though. I mean, one of the better things of this whole new format. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go. I thought you were gonna go away. I thought you were gonna go. So this. But yeah, go hit it, Mr. Jazza 11. Continue with the rules and the regulations and that.
Oh yeah, so slot 2 is awarded to the highest, to the domestic league champion with the highest club coefficient among all the domestic champions that don't automatically qualify for the Champions League. So once again, a big wordy rule.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of words that.
Once again, and this is actually a good one. I do like this one. It basically goes, whatever team wins the league, and like, so it's going to give a low team a chance of just automatically qualifying.
Yeah, I think once again, these two that we've seen so far do kind of make sense, but it's annoying that they have to introduce it in this manner to a whole new league format. That's
yeah. It also does. Yeah, it's not good because it creates this whole league format. And wait to hear slot 3 and 4 because they're brilliant.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
here we
You're
go.
Love
So hashtag United when they finish top of the football pyramid, they'll when they get promoted, they'll be in the UEFA Champions League. Spencer Owen, don't forget to hashtag it.
That's the thing. So slots 3 and 4 are awarded to the 2 clubs with the highest club coefficients that have not qualified automatically for the Champions League. So this year, Liverpool and Tottenham.
Yes, this is a great rule.
Due to being so low, would get in the Champions League.
This is a good rule.
Because they played a final in like 2018, 2019. That means that they go automatically through.
I quite like this rule, Mr. Jazzer 11.
Which is mental.
No, it's a bit weird, though, isn't it? I mean,
your team's stinky.
Oh, we've had a stinker this season. We indeed have had a stinker. Listen. So if this was to be introduced, when would this be from? Like August onwards?
No, this is 2024 season, so we have still got time to change.
So it. Maybe if we're in the same position we are in 4 years or 3 years, I really hope we're not. Then it would be good, but it's an interesting.
So basically, to sum up some of the big radical changes. To get to the final, you'll have had to play 17 games.
That's
to get to the final.
It just wipes
out. And then
the
total matches in the Champions League goes from 125 to over 200.
I just think there's already worries about player fitness. You have to play some of the some in UEFA Champions League. Sometimes they have to play their sub team. They have to play players that they probably wouldn't want to play. Although it gives them players an opportunity, yes, but it is a worry about players' fitness and stuff.
It just seems
so you're going to have Champions League. If you're a side, that's pushing for every competition that you're in. You've got let's say you're in the English Premier League. So let's say
is interesting actually.
You're Manchester City. You're pushing for the Premier League. You're pushing for the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. You're pushing for the Champions League as well with them games.
The Prem clubs, it's rumoured the Prem clubs won't actually be able to compete in the Carabao Cup anymore because they simply won't, and actually they'll have to field B-sides, which some people are saying actually that's a good idea. It's going to mean that the Carabao Cup is now won by someone outside of Champions League spots, so it's going to be basically like Southampton or someone like that winning it.
So I think
it could be good.
It could be good, especially for them sides like a Southampton.
They'll get to play at Wembley. Teams that would never have got to play at Wembley before now will now get there.
Well, obviously, if you're in the Premier League, you would have played there before.
Have a chance at winning it. Like people like Norwich this year could easily go and win it without the big clubs in there. So it will spice up the Carabao Cup because who loves the Carabao Cup? It's the BTEC FA Cup.
I no longer like it, Mr. Jazzer. To be fair, I think.
I just thought this was up yesterday.
Oh, Oh no!
Uh,
I mean, we could get into that. That
no,
could be a
exactly.
long discussion there. Paul Tierney, they should have sent him off. I don't like him. And Aurier, he should have marked them. Yeah, there's a lot to discuss in that game. Yeah, but let's not get into it. That's not what we're speaking about today. But that would be an interesting thing, and that would spice up the Carabao Cup as a competition, and it would make it more interesting. I mean, obviously, it would make it more of a for neutrals, it'd be quite interesting because Man City wouldn't be winning it 5 years on the trot. It would be like,
I also don't think there's any chance of anyone doing the quadruple ever again.
It does.
No one can ever do the quadruple because they've just binned off that competition for a bigger Champions League.
I think we should introduce the Football Chat Cup. To rival the Carabao Cup. And they've won it. It'd be the most prestigious cup. You'd have the top teams that'd be fighting it out. It'd be big finals, it'd be big action, and obviously we've actually got some people behind us that we want to announce. So Jeff Bezos is in on it. The Football Chat League.
I think we're going to break away from the normal football system. I think we're gonna call it the TFC Super League.
What a great idea! Leave a no, don't. I shouldn't have said that. Because leave a like if you think that we shouldn't change the Premier League, and if you think we should, then you're part of a minority. Let's just say that. Okay, Mr. Jazz Relevant. Let's continue with the discussion regarding the whole new format. So obviously there's new sides to it. The Conference League. Do we want to get into the Conference League today?
One more thing is that Europa League and this aforementioned Conference League will follow the same format. So Europa League is going to get more teams now.
So there'll be just way more teams playing in European football overall then?
Yeah.
Okay. That is
should be a lot more football basically. And Champions League games will now be on Thursdays as well.
Would Europa League still play on Thursdays as well then? Would that be Champions League and Europa League on Thursdays then?
Well, I haven't actually seen Europa League, but I presume so, yeah. Or they might move some Europa League games to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
You think it would be good.
You could just merge them together. It's not the end of the world, I guess. It is European football, I guess. Yeah, but so they're all following the same thing. I guess it does make sense. But that is a lot more teams in European football. Some would say that's good. Some would say that's bad. Money-wise, these people are going to benefit from this. But there is. Do you think it's a good thing though that there is more teams in Europe, or would you say it kind of makes it less special to be playing under the floodlights?
The thing is, they would have added more teams anyway, thanks to this Conference League. So I don't see the point in ruining the whole system just to add teams like Liverpool and Tottenham to make sure they keep in the money this year.
That is another thing. It is once again about keeping the richer teams richer. But on a lower scale that football fans can, agree on more than a UEFA not UEFA Super League. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That UEFA Super League, that they introduced their new plans. Yeah. So yeah, moving on. Do you want to speak of that Conference League? How long have you? How many scripts have you got? How many Word documents do you have open?
I know a bit about the Conference League. So it's basically the third tier, and at the moment,
I was aware of the third tier.
Yeah. So the Europa League is 48 teams, but that will be cut with the new format to, I believe, 32 teams now.
Okay.
Well, that was the original, but now that they've changed the format again, it will be that 36 that the Champions League have. So the Conference League takes all the losers from the preliminary rounds of the Champions League and the Europa League and just puts them in a big competition against each other.
What you'd think that obviously the Champions League, people who fall out of the Champions League would have a big advantage there. But I guess there are going to be multiple sides from falling out of the Champions League, so you can battle out, I guess.
It seems. Oh no, sorry, it's not the Champions League. It's there are conference players, so they can do well, Gio. So what it is the 10 teams eliminated from the Europa League playoffs
Hmm.
go down to the Conference League, and
Okay.
the rest come from Conference League qualifiers. So no one actually directly qualifies
Oh.
immediately for this Conference League.
It's very strange, and it's very different. But I mean, I know
And then
we're
so
always
the
going to keep
winners,
going back to the fact that it's better than the European Super League. But at the end of the day, the European Super League shouldn't have happened at all.
do
We
you like the
shouldn't be looking at
conference?
it from that perspective.
The conference is good because it just gives more teams a chance of playing in Europe. So I do think the conference is a good idea. It's just the fact that they're changing the whole system to have this new format that's the problem. Because I do like the conference. It just basically takes the teams that wouldn't have got Europe and give it like some European football to play.
Hmm.
It's quite a decent idea.
Yeah.
Like at the time, this was like brilliant. So the conference starts this season. So when the conference starts this season,
Okay.
it
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
will be it will be like the Europa League and Champions League format. Then obviously when they all change format in 2024, that's when it goes to the weird 36 teams at the start and that. So
Okay, so it's not absolutely outrageous. It is not really subtly, but it's more subtle than the European Super League. But it is all about the money. I mean, they are
they're
introducing it
just
to do with the
adding
money,
more
but
games that we didn't need.
yeah,
No one's going, I
I
really
guess
want to
it's
see
more
another
European
four group
football
stage
for
game.
more people, which many would see as a good thing. Obviously, people that support. I know you said
I think
Southampton
the
earlier.
Conference League is good,
Yeah,
but
people that
the whole
support
format
these sides that are like
of the Champions League is
you
bad.
know, the sides that are pushing, just underneath the Europa League spots, let's say. So,
Yeah,
there are teams, and them fans will
and
probably be quite happy with this. It means that they have a higher chance of getting European football. Then you can play under the floodlights, and you can play European football, which is a good thing. So the Conference League is good. UCL
Conference League is
format,
good, and it offers a safety net if the Prem teams get knocked out in the qualies for the Europa League.
yeah.
So say there's a shock result and someone like Tottenham, obviously, messes up and loses
Mate,
their qualifiers,
if we
they'll just go
play
down to the
the
conference.
same way that we played this season, I actually wouldn't be surprised. We did actually come quite close.
You'd be clowned on
There was
so
one
hard.
game, wasn't
If
there?
you win
There
the
was one game that was
conference and
actually like
celebrate it.
not like ridiculously close, but too close. To us losing or well drawing. And you would be clowned on, but it is a safety net. I hope
Yeah.
I hope the Spurs
safety net you
will
don't need to
improve
use.
over the summer, get some good
I
players
don't even
in.
think it will be a safety net for you. Because at the moment, that's what you would qualify for, other than you would go straight to the Champions League because of your coefficient.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But obviously that isn't going to be introduced until 2024. Going back to the UCL format though, and I guess that's where we can finish today
that's
on the
that's
UCL
the
format.
UCL format.
That is the point of today's
I think
video.
the big problem is adding these clubs for the coefficient. So,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
I
not as
just think
crazy
it's
as some
so
people
different.
think.
There's so many
Some
more
some
games.
people saying they could get relegated and then still qualify. They can't. They do have to have qualified for the Conference or Europa League, but it takes them from that and puts them straight into the Champions League.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, I think,
If you're a big club and you've messed your season up and now you're going to go play in the Conference, they're
and
going no
we've done
straight
that
Champions League.
2 seasons on a trot. So I
Yeah.
mean, let's hope it won't be third time lucky and all that. But yeah, UEFA Champions League format and obviously Europa League format. It's an interesting one. It's probably more games that, as you said, are unneeded. And it is to do with money once again. But I think it's way better than European Super League. That's all. I'd take that. So much. It's so much better than the European
Yeah.
Super League. But at the end of the day,
It is
as I
better.
said, we probably
Is it-
shouldn't. We
there's
probably
no
shouldn't
fixed-
look at it like that
there's no fixed
in that way.
clubs.
Because if we look at it like that way, there's some atrocious ideas in football
Yeah,
that will actually be
that's what
better
I've seen
than
people
that.
say, is that we shouldn't give UEFA and FIFA credit based on the fact the Super League is worse. We still need to look at the problems
Yeah,
that UEFA and
100%,
FIFA have in their
100%.
competitions.
Because there is, let's face it, there is still flaws in that. There's still things that we're like, well, I'm not sure about that. But it's more complete. It's better than the European Super League. But at the end of the day, European Super League was a disgrace. Literally, as it said in our title, the European
Yeah.
Super League was a disgrace
Disgraceful.
to football, and that was, if that ever happened, it would have ruined football. And at the end of the day, we shouldn't be going, that was really bad, and this is slightly better, so we'll go with that. It isn't like we have to choose between the two. It isn't like we're forced to choose between the two. If you genuinely think that this isn't a good format, have your say. We did it for the European Super League. There was riots outside the likes of Stamford Bridge, and that was massive. And that really, I honestly, fans brought back football. Let's face it, fans saved football, and it was the fans entirely. I think if you disagree, if there's things that you don't like about it. You might not even have a platform on a social media, but it just, you want to speak out about it, and you put it down in the comment section down below, guys. If you do,
everyone comment below.
Yeah, your main flaws with this whole thing. Make sure to comment it down below. And listen, I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of fans over the next couple of weeks, possibly more, possibly less, that will be saying this isn't still good enough. There may be protests. It may kick off social media. It might be hashtag stop the UCL format. But I think there's good things and there's bad things about it. That's the only thing about the European Super League. There was only one good thing about it, and that was money. But even then, we don't really care. We don't get the money. So So there is more positives than a European Super League, but there's still enough negatives to outweigh, or not to outweigh, but to make us think, is this the right way for football? And on that note, I think that's everything we need to go through today. So big up to you watching for today's video. It's massively appreciated, guys. Is there anything else you want to say? Just before we sign off? Yeah.
Is if you want to see all the details like in writing and that, I have done an article on the website.
Yes, the footballchat.com. That's for your football things.
Read about it.
If you want to read,
go check that out.
Yeah, it's a great website. I make guest appearances on there somewhere, and sometimes, and it's. I mean, listen, it's the peak moments. I mean, you've seen like the viewers on the websites just goes up so much more when I have my say. They want to go, GM9, what's his say? On a serious note, though, guys, make sure to check out thefootballchat.com. Link in the description. It'll also probably be like after the end screen. But yeah, you can use any browser. But please do thefootballchat.com. If it sounds interesting to you. And yeah, I mean, while we're at it, we might as well carry on promoting. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss an upload, and you can keep updated on this whole UCL format. Speaking of keeping updated, follow our socials: Instagram at @thefootballchat or @_thefootballchat_.
Yes.
To the people that took the name without the underscores, we do not like you, and we will be knocking on your door. We're coming for you. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching today's videos. Massively appreciated. And also, please do subscribe to the GM19 YouTube channel. We really are getting close to. Yeah, do subscribe to TFC. We're getting very close to 1K now. We really are on that road to 1K. So make sure to go check out my YouTube channel, GM19. Link in the description if Jack doesn't remove it. Please, Jack. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching today's videos. Massively appreciated, and goodbye.